just don't want to do this anymore.
You know, it sucks. Working full time and not being able to afford groceries. I can't afford groceries.
The cost of living in Canada is sick. There is no more cost of living. There is only cost of surviving.
I don't know how much longer I can stomach living in this fucking country. I literally am just existing. Just existing right now.
Let's talk about the real cost of living. Seriously, what's going on? And why are we all broke? And yet somehow we make you feel like it's okay for grocery prices and gas prices to be skyrocketing every day. Well, let's dive into the madness of the cost of living. And trust me, besties, it's cheaper to laugh than to cry. Yeah. Let's dive into the video.
You know, it sucks. Working full time and not being able to afford groceries. I can't afford groceries. I can't even afford gas to get to work. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore.
The cost of living in Canada is sick. There is no more cost of living. There is only cost of surviving. My girlfriend and I met for coffees the other day, and she owes a little bit of money to the government, and she was crying to me, saying, I don't know what to do. I'm working 3 jobs. I'm a single mother. Like, I can't afford to live here anymore. So she had a call with the CRA, and the CRA ripped her apart. They said, it is unacceptable that you have not maxed out your credit cards to pay us. It is not acceptable that you are paying $1,000 a month in groceries for yourself and your 3 children. You need to cut back. So she said to them, you're telling me that you want me to take the food from my children's mouth to pay your greedy ass, when it's your fault that fucking groceries are astronomically priced right now. We are all in this together. We are all suffering together. The cost of living is killing people. Families are falling apart. People don't get to see their children because they have to work 2, 3, 4 jobs. I need to let people know that there's another way. And I'm telling you, you need to start looking into the world of digital marketing, digital products, digital sales. These are all things that you can do at home. Make them at home, build them at home, implement it at home, start marketing it at home, and start making the money at home. Working your 9 to 5 is barely getting you by. You're never going to get ahead. But I'm telling you, you need to do something, because this isn't going to get better. Watch what's going to happen in the housing market this year. Watch the price of groceries. Watch the price of gas. Like, we're not getting relief. This is not going away. So how are you going to get on top of it? What are you going to do to make sure that you and your family can survive? Fuck surviving. What are you going to do so that you and your family can thrive? Because it is possible. All you need to do is take the first step.
I'm in a laundromat in Jamaica, and absolutely nobody prepared me for how absurd the prices are here. How are the locals affording this? I'm from New York, and I've used wash and dry, do your own laundromats in Manhattan before. Like, if you're from New York, you know not every apartment has a washing machine. And the most I've ever paid is about $12. So like $6 for a wash, $6 for a dry. Tell me why here in Jamaica, in Kingston, to use a laundromat, it's $25 US. And it's charged per minute too. Like, I just think that's insane. So I use the washing machine over here. To use one of these, it's $1,800, and the soap is $250 extra. I think that's just a few bucks. And if you want to save some money, you can use one of these little ones. But the thing is, you have to use your own water. So the whole time it's washing, you need to have a bucket and then dump the water in like this. I've never seen that before. Or you can use one of these for about $12. And then these are the dryers, and it is 700 Jamaican per 10 minutes to use the dryer. So it's like $5 every 10 minutes. I've never seen a laundromat like this. I've traveled all over the world. Please tell me, is this normal? Like, I feel like this is so unsustainable. I've also noticed that the grocery prices are quite high. Like, a bag of grapes is also $25. I just don't know how anyone affords to live here.
I just don't want to do this anymore. It's so cold in here, as you can see. I'm wrapped up in a duvet. My son's got like 3 different layers on, just Try and stay warm because it's so cold in here.
Watching that woman's video broke my heart this morning. She said she had to choose between gas and electric. And she ended up choosing electric because she needed to cook for her children to eat. And that the gas, she couldn't afford it. So she was literally freezing and shaking in that video, as you can see. And people are going through a lot in the UK right now. It's not even a joke. It is not a joke. Especially when you live in these old houses that were built ages ago. The insulation is bad. I remember when I moved to the UK, I lived in such a house. So renting a proper house was difficult. And Ariella was one, and my son, I was pregnant with my son then. I would hold Ariella shivering like this in front of the heater. The heater is on, but we are still shivering. It's not, the cold was too much. It's not like these houses where we live now, like where I live now. These are one of the newer homes that have been built, well insulated. I use only electric in my house. And when I put on my electric heater, 1 hour, it can last me even the whole night. I don't sleep with heating. My kids sleep with heating. The other day, I loaded 100 pounds on my electric meter. And I had cooked that night. I did washing. And then I left my children's heater till morning. By morning, the money had dropped to 60 pounds. I was like, 40 pounds in a day. How are people managing? If you live in Africa, now is the time to help your family that is abroad. If you change 90,000 naira or whatever it is, cedis or rand, and you send them 100 pounds for them to use for their electric or gas bills, they will bless you and thank you. If you live in Africa, and you are used to your family members sending you money and they cannot send for you this period, have some compassion. Now is the wrongest time to ask anybody that lives abroad for money. If you do it, you're a murderer. People are going through hell.
Everybody keeps saying it's going to get better. How is it going to get better? Our economy is so fucked that I work a full-time job. I make $21 an hour working 40 hours a week. I have no extra expenses, no bills out of my living. I have one credit card that's maxed because I've lived off of it, but other than that, I don't have cable. I haven't had cable in 10 years. We have cell phones, but, you know, that's required to live on. But other than that, nothing extra. On paper, my bills are $2,701. My income is $2,710. Do the math. $9 a month before I pay for food, gas, car repairs, any entertainment. There's no money for that. And my car is dying. It's paid for, so I don't have car payments now that I'm going to replace. And I don't know how to do that on $9 a month. $9 to feed myself, $9 to buy a car, $9 for insurance. Yeah. So at the end of the day, this is me because I worked 8.5 hours a day, knowing that it's not enough, that it won't be enough. Fuck you, Ontario.
I'm on one this morning. I just need to rant. I'm so tired of quite literally everything just going up in pricing. This whole year, starting in March, I've had increases in like everything. Increases that I was not expecting whatsoever. When I bought my property, I locked in at a really great rate. It was right before interest rates went up. So my mortgage and tax payments were comfortable, right? Starting in March, $175 extra going towards those payments. shock. I was literally hysterical because I just switched jobs. I was getting used to the new like income setup for myself, right? So that $175 per month was like ultra shock for me. The community I live in just had to redo all of the roofs in the community, right? And you would think that the HOA would take care of all of that. No. They took from the reserves. Plus, it was a set dollar amount per household. And when I tell you my jaw dropped with how much money it was per household, I'm in a condo, so I barely have like a full freaking roof on my house. And they're $12,000, $12K. Do I just have that lying around right now? No, not at all. So that's a monthly payment of $130 over the next however many years. I think it's 10 years till it's paid off. And do you know how much interest that's going to? I can't. It hurts my soul. Outside of that, my HOA just notified us today that it's going up $28 a month. That might not seem like a lot, but now our HOA bill is literally going to be $370 because there's an online service fee too. So that's included in that $370. Just what else is going to go up? I don't know if my wallet can physically handle any more expenses going up. It's so crazy how expensive life is.
All right, I just got back from the dentist and I need to rant about the cost of living, and I'm going to be pacing because I'm angry. Here's what a lot of people don't talk about with the cost of living. All the politicians are like, well, we got to bring down the cost of groceries. We got to bring down the cost of stuff. We got to bring down the cost of gas. We got to bring down the cost of Dimetap. I don't know, whatever else other people are buying. Here's something else that we need to bring down the cost of. Just everything is too expensive. Everything. Mike, what do you mean by everything? Everything you need to do. Everything. I have to get a crown, okay? I have to get a couple of cavities filled, several. Okay, listen, I didn't take great care of my teeth. That's on me. Egg on my face, okay? But here's the thing. Cavities, everybody gets them all the time, every year. Crowns, same thing. Very popular procedure. We're having robots do. There's a lot of technology out there. Why does it cost me $2,000 with insurance? Why does that happen? We can't hire a robot to do it. Why does it cost money with the robots? They don't need stuff. They don't need money. Are they union robots? Why are we paying them? And it's not just healthcare. Of course it's healthcare. It's everything. Everything that you need to do is too expensive. What sounds cheap, you think, is just sitting down, barely breathing, not leaving. Like, that sounds cheap. But even that, it's really not. Because you open up your phone and then it's like, oh, by the way, you need some magnesium. Are you stressed out? You need some L-theanine. Everything. It's everything.
I don't know how much longer I can stomach living in this fucking country. I literally am just existing right now. I have no fucking motivation to do absolutely anything. Everything seems so fucking pointless. I've literally worked my arse off from the age of fucking 20 to try and actually get somewhere. And what has it fucking got me? I don't have a house, I don't have any kids, I don't have a partner, I don't have fucking anything. This country literally sucks the fucking living life out of you and the living hope out of you like a mosquito. Do you know how fucking hard it is to have every motherfucker around you pretending that everything is fucking okay? It's not okay. It's not going to be okay. It's getting worse and it's gonna get worse. I'm so tired of these cunts just fucking hoarding all the wealth and then blaming everyone else for not working hard enough. Like, I literally just want to scream into the fucking void. So many people are just like, yeah, well, what can we do about it? What do you mean, what can we fucking do about it? Are you just gonna do nothing? You're just gonna do nothing? Are you okay with this? Like, is anybody okay with this? I'm saving up and I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm fucking off. I can't do it anymore. I will literally off myself if I fucking stay in this country too much longer. I'm so miserable and I'm so fucking miserable and I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with this bullshit.
We can no longer afford living. We are now all in survival mode because the cost of living is even more expensive than living himself. I don't know if that makes sense. It's no longer possible living from paycheck to paycheck. Even that is hard. You need more than 2 jobs to survive, not to live, to survive. Well, it's clear that we are all feeling the heat from the rising cost of living. Imagine living your life on scale of preference. This time I don't want and need alone. It makes no sense. People are no longer living. People are surviving because we can no longer afford living. Living is expensive. We can no longer afford it, no matter how hard you work. This time around, it's not being lazy. People are working hard, but they cannot live. They are surviving. It makes no sense working 5 to 6 jobs to survive. Before you can, a full household can survive on just one paycheck. They can even go for like vacations on that paycheck. Live a luxury life. This time around, you cannot even live comfortable life and average life on 6 paychecks. It makes no sense.